Hello, I am Cesar Campos, and I chose Miss Burkett as my most influential educator. I always liked her lectures. It was a nice way to start the day in freshman year, and I had a tendency not to do my work freshman year because COVID and such, hard to concentrate. So I'm very grateful that she did give me some slack, um, which fits in a little bit with my own personal philosophy. I try to tolerate others and give them slack too, so it's nice for someone to do that for me. Anyways, thank you, Miss Burkett. If it wasn't for that, I might have missed that slight margin of being 5%.
Hi, my name is Debbie Gota, and I wanted to start this video off by thanking every single teacher I have been fortunate enough to have. Your dedication, passion, and commitment will always be something that I'm grateful for. The most influential educator that I chose is Katie Riesgo. You always believe in me. You always know what I need to hear, even if it's, the truth, the harsh truth. You're always just there for me. From going to my games, home and away, you're there. You're just that one person that says, I believe in you. And I really appreciate that. You always know how to put a smile on my face. I walk into third period and you're there. You're happy. You never complain about anything, which is something that I've picked up on from you, that you're just always willing to go above and beyond with what I need. You also remind me that nothing is ever too big or too small for me to accomplish. I'm very much capable of doing anything I set my mind to, and you always remind me of that. You inspire me to chase my dreams and to keep being the natural leader, compassionate, and loving person that I am. So, Kaylee, I'm very grateful for you, and I'm always going to appreciate that I've had you in my life, and I hope you continue to be a big part of it. And I love you so much, girl.
Good afternoon. My name is Camila Fonseca, and the teacher that I decided to choose was for my most influential was Mr. Kumar. Mr. Kumar, of all the teachers that I've ever had, they've all been very dedicated to their work and all of their students, but Mr. Kumar has truly emphasized how much he cares for all of us. He always asks us if we have any questions and truly means it to ask questions if we don't understand it, because as a math teacher, he definitely understands the rigor of that course and how difficult it can be for students to understand it and all of that. And I really admire how much work he puts into all of us. And he has just been very supportive of all of my endeavors, especially my aspirations to go into medical school and to continue such a very course heavy career. And being that I want to study biochemistry and that involves a lot of math courses, he's been very supportive since I was in pre-calculus with him last year into joining Calculus BC, which is now the dual enrollment course. But he has been very supportive of that all the time, and he has just been very helpful in all of his recommendations and his help with me in my applications for everything. So thank you, Mr. Kumar.
Hello, my name is Diego Garizar, and I chose Miss Sosa as my most influential teacher. The reason that I chose her as my most influential teacher is not only the way that she guided me through her class and the way that she teaches, but it's also who she is as a person. Her character is very vibrant, and it was always a blast to be in her class. It was a class I looked forward to every day. I loved just being around her environment. She was always helpful with whatever we needed. It was not a hard class because to she made it very easy for those who really tried in her class. And honestly, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for me. You've influenced me, and I'm sure you've influenced many others as well. And I appreciate everything that you do for me and for this school.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Hernandez, and I chose Ms. Romero Davis as my most influential teacher. As of present moment, I can say that Ms. Romero is my favorite teacher. She has taught me many things inside and outside of the classroom, two of the most important ones being to always follow what I believe in and that it's important to always be with the people that you love. I have known Ms. Romero since the 6th grade, since I am also lucky enough to be friends with her daughter, Jimena. Ms. Romero has taught both me and my brother, who graduated in 2014, and to this day, he only has good things to say about her class. She is a teacher that students trust, and you can talk to her about anything, even if it's non-school related, and she will always try to advise you to the best of her abilities. I felt that it was only fair to pick Ms. Romero as my teacher to bring to this event, because I have been in her classroom almost every day since my freshman year of high school. Thank you for everything, Ms. Romero. I will miss you, and I love you.
Hi, my name is Leah Hetherington, and for my most influential educator, I chose Yara. Hi Yara, I chose you as my most influential educator because since 8th grade, since I ran for Vice President of Student Council in 8th grade, you have always encouraged me to be better, and you pretty much just have always been such a great role model to me. The other day you told me to stop being so hard on myself, and even when I was just sitting there with you and I wasn't saying anything, you looked at me and you threatened me pretty much to stop being so hard on myself. To me, you have like a magical power because you can see right through people, and it's scary, but I really appreciate you for having that power because you always know what to say. I also want to say thank you for being such a great role model and always teaching me what it means to be compassionate. You've always been a safe space for me, and not just for me, but for so many other students. I know that you've always been very welcoming, and you'll always welcome anybody with open arms if we go to you for struggles. I have been through struggles, and I know that going to you will always be a safe space for me. And I want to say thank you for that. Yara, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart because you've always encouraged me to be better, not only as a student but as a person, because just being around you makes me feel more confident, and you inspire me to be loving and caring and kind. You've given me so many opportunities to put myself out there, and anytime I doubt myself or I try to go back into my bubble, you've always pulled me back, and you encouraged me to be out there because I remember in middle school I was always really shy. You've always encouraged me to be a better version of myself. So thank you for being with me for these past 1,000,000 years, and I hope that you continue being in my life after that. And I appreciate you for not only being my educator, but one of my close friends. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Joanna Holman, and today I want to talk about someone that has been very impactful in my life and has a great influence on me. The special person is Meli Bracamonte. Meli has been in my life since I was a baby to now becoming a young adult. Meli has helped raise me into becoming the person that I am today. Meli, you taught me how to enjoy every moment of life and have fun in all that I do. You taught me that life is meant to be enjoyed and spent laughing. I know that you care for me deeply. Even in the little things, such as making me food, it showed me how, and it will forever remind me how you care for me. You have always been there for me and my family, and because of this, I have a deep trust for you. I know that every memory that I have with you, I will carry in my heart for now and to wherever I go. I want to thank you for being such a loving, compassionate, and caring person, and I know that God put you in my life for a reason, and I'll never take that for granted. I just wanted to say I love you, Meli, and thank you for everything you've done for me.
Hi, my name is Brianna Madrill, and I chose Mr. Lopez as my most influential teacher of the year. So the reason I chose Mr. Lopez is because he makes the classroom such like a comfortable environment. I'm not ever afraid to ask for help, and he also makes it really fun. Like one time I brought a mic to school, and he wanted to do like a whole karaoke day. It was really funny. And he's also a really funny guy, and he never gets mad at like the little things. So I think it just makes the whole classroom just really inviting. And he also gives a lot of like caring dad energy in a way, and it makes it so much easier to learn. And the subjects he teaches like also impacts us in the future, taxes and all that stuff. And he explains it in like such a way that it's easy to understand. So, and I never really need help because of how good he teaches. So he's just a very fun, charismatic, caring guy, and he's made my second period one of my favorites of this year, and I'm just very grateful to have him as a teacher. And that's one of the main things about him that I really enjoy. And yeah, I really love this class. So. Mhm.
Hi, my name is Julie Mejia, and the mentor I picked was Miss Bell. When I was a sophomore, I didn't know anybody. I had a freshman year, wasn't much of a freshman year, but it was online. And when I entered the classroom, it was different. I felt comfortable in that classroom. She had an energy about her that was different than every other teacher. No offense to them, but she was great, and I felt comfortable asking questions. She can tell you this. I asked so many questions. I had fun talking to her, and she was, I'm gonna be honest, a mother figure to me. I do have a mom, but she was a mother figure to me, and I don't know. She was just another powerful woman in my life that really provided like a lot of support, and I was just comfortable. And she was amazing. I still talk to her a lot in the mornings, every morning, every day. I make sure to keep up with her because she's just an amazing person, an amazing teacher, and being a teacher isn't just teaching the subject. I've learned so much from her that I didn't expect to learn. That she's become much more than a teacher to me, and I feel like I can call her a friend at this point. I can check in with her whenever. When I'm in college, I'm probably gonna try and text her, or WhatsApp, or Facebook, whatever she does. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, Miss Bell, for what you did for me.
Hi, my name is Eli Nede, and the most influential educator that I chose is Miss Blair, from my fifth grade teacher. I chose Miss Blair because she's a very caring and dedicated teacher to her students. She believed in her students and made sure that they reached their full potential. Something that I will always remember about her is when I got caught cheating in her class and how she handled it with me, and what I learned from it was to not cheat. After lunch, we would be able to go read. Our As a class, we would be able to read this book series called Michael Bay. Everyone would enjoy it, and we would each take turns reading, or popcorn reading, and everyone would enjoy it. So a piece of advice that I always take with me that I learned from her was to say something 7 times and you'll always remember it. And I always use that whenever I need to remember something or when I'm studying. So overall, Miss Blair is a very influential teacher to me. She's just much more than just a teacher for me, and more like a second mom to me also.
Hello, I'm Ana Sofia Ramirez Jimenez, and I chose Miss Shaw as my most influential educator. If you were to ask me who's a teacher that has been with me the most, I would right away, without any thought, name Miss Shaw. By being the most with me, I don't mean the most time, but the most support. Miss Shaw will always look for a way to help you out regardless of the situations, and I will always be thankful for that. Her cheerful personality won't let you fall off. On the contrary, it will motivate you to achieve things you don't even consider possible. Miss Shaw believed more in myself than I did at one point, and it's because of her that I was confident enough to get where I am today. And thank you, Miss Shaw, for being there for me.
Hi, my name is Kili Rivas, and the teacher that I chose is Miss St. Clair. She was my 8th grade teacher. She was my 8th grade history teacher, and she was honestly probably the first teacher I ever came across that. Um, she was the first teacher that I ever came across that actually cared about her students and actually teaching the students. Every day I went to her class, it was a good day because I felt that it was going to be fun, but also I would learn a lot, especially because history wasn't my favorite subject, but she made it enjoyable for me and all the other students. I remember one time in class, she was talking about this specific banquet, the 5% banquet, and she was saying how no one ever picked her. That said was gonna pick her. So I told her that if I get the opportunity to be in the banquet, I'll pick her. So I'm glad I was able to live up to the promise to her. And
Hi, my name is Paulette Sofia Rodriguez Trujillo, and I chose Mr. Soto, Ivan Soto, as my most influential teacher. I'm a really nervous student, or I get nervous and sweaty and anxious. But when I met Mr. Soto on the tennis courts, I saw how easygoing he was with like his students. I saw how comfortable he was, and how the students were as well. And like rarely this happens, but I started to ease up. I started to feel more comfortable in that situation, and that comfortable feeling never left. Even though Mr. Soto didn't become my tennis coach for my junior year, I still saw him on the hallways, and I would say hi, and I'd be like, "Hey, how are you?" And I would ask him about tennis, and we developed a friendship, and well, in my opinion, like, and I had him for a class, and he's become it's become my favorite class. I gained a new lunch spot, I gained a best friend, and I gained a place where I could really truly be myself, which is something that rarely happens because I tend to be uptight, and like I tend to just hold myself together. And even though uh, even though that class is just enrichment, it's still like really important. Like it helps me like do my homework, and but besides that, I think the teacher is the most important part of that class because I love Mr. Soto with like all my heart. He is truly the best teacher. He hears me complain all the time, even though it's like against his will, but he still hears me out, and he tries to give me advice, and his advice is really helpful, and he's always watching out for me. Like he tells me if it's a good idea or not, of what I'm choosing, and I like really enjoy genuinely being there in that class. And it's my new lunch spot, so I always hang out during lunch, and I love it. Like I'm at ease, I'm myself. I don't have to be really uptight, nervous, shaking and stuttering. I can talk with ease. And yeah. And I would like to thank Mr. Soto. Thank you, Soto. Gracias mucho por todo. Lo amo como maestro. Es una persona muy grandiosa. Creo que estar en su clase es la clase mejor que estuve en todo el año, en todo el año que estuve aquí en la prepa, porque pues su clase sí que la amé y siempre amo que hablemos de todo el chisme, ahí con la Livia, la Tabita y el David y la Dariana. Pues gracias.
Hi, my name is Cuauhtemoc Sanchez, and I chose Mr. Brown. Um, I chose Mr. Brown because I felt that when he was teaching us, he gave us a lot of room to grow, but in a way different from like other ways I've been taught. And I'd say that with his good humor, his wittiness, always trying to make us laugh, and being hard on us really helped us shape and grow. And for me, discover new things that I wanted to do and pursue in math. And I really liked that from him. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel Valdez, and the teacher I chose for the most influential is Ms. Cardenas. She's my engineering teacher. The only reason I chose her is that she really pushes me to go far, to keep on going, to not give up. She has told me that when I do something, I have to finish it. I can't just, just leave it right there without doing nothing about it. She's also taught me that nobody's gonna give me what I want, that I have to go for it, that I can't just have my arms out waiting for somebody to help me out. Thank you, Ms. Cardenas, for always being there, for being my teacher, teaching me stuff about life, learning, and yeah, pretty much thank you.
Hello, I'm Angel Valenzuela, and my most influential educator is Coach Stolman. Coach Stolman was more than just a coach to me. He was a mentor. He was a huge reason for my success in high school. He helped guide me throughout my 4 years. I just want to thank Coach Stolman for helping me become the person I am today.
Hi, my name is Sonata Villanes, and the person I chose as my most influential educator is my second grade teacher, Mr. Len Johnson. Even though second grade was a while back, I have always acknowledged Mr. Johnson as a great teacher. He taught me a lot about patience. He would always sit me next to kids who were more disruptive because I was very shy, and he never failed to stop thanking me for the patience I had. He was also one of the first teachers to help me acknowledge my intelligence because I didn't know English that well when I was younger, and despite that, he always managed to communicate with me and help me through the topics we were learning. There were a lot of things about his class that stuck with me, such as singing the song Unwritten, and that every Friday he would give us like candy, and also he would always be very inclined to being outside, and he liked he liked us to appreciate our surroundings whenever there were rainy days. Like the door would be open and we would like write about the rain, and I just have a lot of good memories from second grade thanks to him, and a lot of his habits and his optimism stuck with me ever since, and I appreciate that a lot.
Good afternoon, my name is Akayla Weathers, and the teacher that I chose for my most influential educator is Miss Liana Carrasco, our theater director. I don't think I've ever had a bad teacher. It's not to say any of my other teachers were bad, it's just that Miss Carrasco, when I first met her, she wasn't a teacher, she was a friend, we were working together, and then when she became a teacher, she still felt more like a friend than a teacher, and she still does. I've always loved theater and performing, but she's made theater home for me. It feels like home, and it feels like my safe space. I know that whenever I go into theater, I'll be welcomed with open arms. I'll be accepted, like no matter what I do, no matter my interests. And I think a lot of that is to do with Miss Carrasco. Like she's made and molded the theater program into what it is, and she's always been so encouraging to me. I remember when I told her that I might not do theater in college, she looked at me like she wanted to throw me out the window. But she's always been so encouraging to me of my dreams. She's always been so helpful to me with applying for theater schools, and I think she was one of the happiest people when I got accepted into art school. So I just wanted to say thank you, Miss Carrasco, for making theater and my high school theater experience one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.